Hi, my name is Brandon Straka, and I am the founder and creator of the #WalkAway campaign.
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Was announced 10 minutes ago, Eric Adams has dropped out of the mayoral race. Eric Adams has dropped out of the mayoral race. This race is not over. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the breaking news. All right, we're going to welcome up to the stage next Dwayne Moore. Dwayne, he's right here. Breaking news! All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dwayne Moore. So it was literally just announced minutes ago that Eric Adams has dropped out of the race. Mayor Eric Adams, he's out. So I've been saying this whole time that I believe that the candidates are going to drop out. I do believe we'll end up in a 1-against-1 situation. If you believe the polls, which a lot of people who are giving up believe the polls are saying in a 1-on-1 Cuomo versus Mamdani, Cuomo can take Mamdani, especially if people can coalesce behind one candidate. I believe that's going to happen today. I think was the beginning of it. This is a really big deal. This is a very big announcement, so we're excited. We're very happy.
Eric Adams dropped out, and now I need Brandon Straka today to call for Curtis Lewa to drop out, because there is no way that Curtis Lewa can get to 51%. The only man that can win this race is Cuomo. Cuomo will pick up Adams' 7 to 10%. He's still gonna cut short. If Slee was the key to this piece in this puzzle, if Sleewa doesn't drop out, he doesn't love New York, all his bullshit about he bleeds New York is all bullshit. Curtis Sleewa, do the right thing, do what Jim Walden did, do what Joseph Hernandez is getting ready to do, and drop out, do what Eric Adams did, and drop out of this race. I'm on good behavior. Listen, I got a message. I don't know why Brandon Straka won't say it one time. It's gotta be Cuomo. If he says it's gotta be Cuomo today, I'll shake his hand. I'll take a picture with him. But it can't be Curtis Lewa. He is impossible. He is a non-viable candidate.
Why are you shouting?
Non-viable. I love this man right here. I really do.
You shout a lot. Well, listen, as I said, I respect the man. You know, he comes from nothing. His mother raised him. He has this
South Jamaica.
and he became the mayor of New York City. You got to give that man respect.
Absolutely, he deserves respect.
You know, I wish him well. I really do.
I wish him well, and I want to thank him, Eric. I thank you, Eric, for dropping out. I mean, I'm sorry. At Madison Square Garden, I called you the worst mayor between Bill de Blasio and David Dinkins combined. But that was what I felt in my heart. Thank you for dropping out and doing the right thing. Now we need Curtis Lewa. Do the right thing, Curtis.
Don't say my name, though. I heard you say my name before.
It's not over, right?
It's not over.
It's not over. We need Sleewa out. Get Sleewa out, and we won't get Mamdani. We will not get Mamdani. If Sleewa drops out, we will not get Mamdani. I guarantee it. I guarantee you, we will not get Mamdani if Sleewa drops out. Be the man. Be the man that you say you are. Curtis Lewa.
I don't know American history just through a textbook.
I don't understand.
Propaganda, but I know it through family history, which is most important. And I know that even though there were struggles, you were able to own businesses.
Joe,
We had our own
so
self-performing
it's like
schools,
everybody who's
graduating
walking by
scientists,
keeps stopping and
architects.
listening, and they're curious and whatever. So I'd like for you guys to just tell them what we're doing and try to encourage them.
Chicago, New York.
into apartments, and then we're going
This is a woman. She comes to all of our rallies, and she just gave these to me. Says, God bless you.
Build houses.
I'm going to put one in each
So we
pocket.
can provide housing for our police, for our firemen, for our teacher that cannot afford to live in the city.
Yes, I just, I'm feeling very, very lightheaded, and I felt like I was going to faint during my speech, so I'm a little, worried. What if I told you most collagen products aren't just a waste of money? They're loaded with toxins that can lead to skin issues, heart problems, and cognitive decline. Scary, but true. See, collagen is the most natural protein in your body, and your supply drops as you age. That's why so many people are turning to collagen to relieve joint pain, rebuild bones, and even look years younger. Go check out the top 5 collagen warnings every American needs to see, along with a special offer. It's a quick read that could save your health and your wallet. Right now, get a special bundle deal at a fraction of the retail price, plus free shipping. This offer is only available at getnativepath.com/walkaway. That's getnativepath.com/walkaway.
So, ladies ladies and gentlemen, I'm not talking about the fact that Eric Adams dropped out of the race. We've already covered that. But I wanted to say, did you guys hear the news? Did you guys get the news? It's big news. Did you guys get it? The news is that we're giving up. We're quitting. Did you guys get the news? No. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I guess I'm shocked. I'm surprised because last week I started getting barrages of text messages and people reaching out to me and saying the race is over. We're done. We're quitting. We're giving up. That was the news I got last week. And I thought that was really weird because I started doing the math in my head and I thought, that's really strange that we're giving up because the election is 5.5 weeks away. 5.5 weeks away. And I started thinking to myself, all the things that could happen in 5.5 weeks, including people dropping out of the race, including possible scandal that could break from Zoran Mamdani. Could be anything. Or what about if we spent the next 5.5 weeks building a ground game and getting out and talking to as many voters in New York City as we possibly can to educate them about the dangers of the socialist agenda and the dangerous threat that New York City faces. And we got them to wake up, get them registered to vote, get them educated, and make sure that they have a plan to vote on November 4th. What if we did that? What if we didn't quit? What if we didn't give up? How about that? I am so tired of being a part of a political party that is in constant reaction mode, that is always reacting instead of being proactive. We are reactive. We are never proactive. Everything is always, we wait until it's too late, and then we look back in retrospect and say, why didn't we do this? Why didn't we do that? Why didn't we stop the left when we had a chance? We have a chance now. It is not too late to defeat Zoran Mamdani. We have plenty of time. I am so tired of hearing the defeatist attitude. I'm tired of the defeatist energy. I cannot take it anymore. Look, I don't want to make this about my personal problems in my personal life. I'm going to make one singular reference and then I'm moving on. Many of you know I had a very serious family tragedy this week, right? Okay. So I had to fly back to Nebraska, where I come from. We buried my brother 2 days ago. Very, very tragic death. We buried my brother. I could have stayed back in Nebraska and been with my mom and dad. I could have stayed there and been with my relatives and my family. I could have stayed there and continued to console my family and console them in their grief. But I know that this fight for New York City is so important. We cannot waste time. I buried my brother 2 days ago, and yesterday I jumped on an airplane back to New York City. I told my team we're not canceling any events. We're not canceling any outreach. We're not canceling any canvassing. We're going to continue to work because we have no time to waste. Why would I do this if I didn't know in my gut that we can win? Why would I do that? I could have stayed and been with my family, but I came back because I know that we can and we will win. Now listen, there are 3 pillars of Zoran Mamdani that I want every person in the, look, if you are a college kid in this park, if you are a Mamdani supporter, I see some of you over there nodding your heads, yes you are. I want you to think about 3 things. A lot of people are worried about the socialist policies, the socialist agenda. Yes, that's a big problem. That's a serious problem. But there are 3 pillars. There are 3 pillars that I am concerned about. It's policies, it's rhetoric, and it is a radicalized movement. We know about the policies. We know these policies will not only not work, but they will actually make the lives much, much worse of the people that Zoran Mamdani claims he wants to help. You cannot have the government give you housing, groceries, transportation, electricity, and expect that you will have any quality of life. We know this. Democratic socialism takes vulnerable people and lies to them. You have been lied to, sir. You have been lied to. But it is not just the policies of Zoran Mamdani that concern me. It is the rhetoric. If we allow people like Zoran Mamdani to have the pulpit and the microphone, the highest level in New York City, day in and day out, you think Barack Obama was bad? You think Barack Obama and the division that he created in this country and the spike in racism, the spike in all of the division between all of us, you think that was bad? Wait until we give the microphone to Zoran Mamdani, and day in and day out we hear about white supremacy, white privilege, racism, bigotry. We hear about Nazis, that we're all Nazis, that we're all racist. Wait until you hear the anti-Semitism, the anti-Jewish rhetoric that comes from this man and this office. If you are a Jewish New Yorker, you are right to be terrified of what is going on right now. And you would be damn smart to make today the day that you leave a party that has been radicalized by Marxists, socialists, and communists who hate you. That is what the Democrat Party is today. Absolutely. And that leads me to the third pillar, which is a radicalized movement. I have traveled this country for more than 7 years. More than 7 years. I have gone to almost every state in the nation. We have talked to nearly every type of community that there is. And despite the lies of Democrats and the lies of Marxists and socialists and communists, WalkAway loves all people. We love our black community. We love our Hispanic community. We love our Jewish community. We love our Asian community. We love our Middle Eastern communities. We love the LGBT community. We love everybody. But we love them enough to say that we're not going to lie to you and make false promises that are going to make your lives markedly worse. We will not do it. I have traveled this country for 7 years talking to these communities. Nearly every event that I have is either protested or violently shut down, or the Marxist Antifa, the radical left shows up, physically assaults people, spits on people, and somehow miraculously, they're always presented as the victims in the media. It's always the big, bad, racist, bigoted WalkAway campaign that showed up with a message of more freedom, more choice, more opportunity. If you are any type of American, please do not support the radical left agenda. We are trying to offer you more freedom, more hope, more opportunity. We are trying to offer you more of what America has to offer, as the radical left wishes to take your rights away and give the government more power. But what we have seen time and time again is this radicalized leftist movement feels entitled to show up and destroy and to vandalize, to commit acts of violence. And now recently we have seen multiple attempts to kill us. Stop killing us! Stop killing us! Please, stop killing us! Stop supporting a movement that is all about radicalization and violence.
You are making promises, but you don't deliver!
If you're concerned about not delivering on promises, I would be very concerned about voting for Zoran Mamdani, because he will not be able to deliver on a single promise that he is making the people of New York City. And he will collapse our economy, and he will collapse the housing market, he will collapse the grocery stores in low-income neighborhoods where people need food most. If you're worried about unkept promises, worry about the Democrat socialist agenda. That's what you need to be worried about. But I am telling you, it's not just the policies, it is also the rhetoric. And that rhetoric leads to violence. Violence from a radicalized Marxist movement that has been brainwashed and misinformed into hating people like you and me, hating capitalism, hating our Constitution, and hating all that is great in America. We cannot and we must not allow this to happen. We must not. Eric Adams has dropped out of the race. I spent the last week with people telling me, it's over, the election's over, we're going to lose. What's the point? Why are we doing this? This is a game changer, ladies and gentlemen. This is a game changer. And I do believe that we will end up in a 1-against-1 race. And listen, if you're out there right now and you're allowing the polls to demoralize you, if that is what you are allowing, then why don't you listen to the polls that clearly tell us that we have paths to victory? There are still polls coming out that say that we can defeat Zoran Mamdani. So stop listening. Stop listening to the media. Stop listening to the polls. All they want to do is demoralize you and make you quit. We cannot be demoralized. If there's any lesson we want to learn from the energy and the momentum that has been built since the absolutely tragic assassination of Charlie Kirk, it is that the time is now for Americans to stand up and be unsilent. I've been saying this for 7 years. It is time for the silent majority to become Unsilent. And that is why we are uniting New Yorkers all across the political spectrum. I don't care if you are a Republican. I don't care if you're an independent, a libertarian. I don't even care if you don't want to walk away from the Democratic Party. I'm asking you to agree with us on one simple thing. Socialism and communism has no place in America, and we will not allow it to happen. Let me hear you, ladies and gentlemen. Will we allow socialism and communism? We will not. 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 I will close out today by saying what I say at the end of every speech I have given you for the last 2 months. We can and we will defeat Zoran Mamdani. Thank you, New York! We've got 5 weeks left. Let's do this thing. Let's take it home. USA! 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 The awkward part about being a speaker and an MC is that you give a fiery speech and then you have to introduce the next person. So ladies and gentlemen, with that, let me please introduce our friend who's been joining us for these events for several months. Amazing man. Please welcome Joseph Hernandez, mayoral candidate.
I know the debate tactic will be dishonest, so I don't want to put.
You don't know anything. You're not a psychic. Why don't you show up
I've never heard of this campaign until today.
and we'll have a very honest conversation?
No, but you spoke about being in the model of Charlie Kirk.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I started off today, I'm not gonna lie, kind of pissed off because, like I said, there's just been so much negativity this week, and just people being like, it's over, it's over, it's over, and it ain't over till it's over, baby. And so we've had some game-changing news today. So thanks for coming out today. Stick around. We're gonna listen to a little music. Give us just a few minutes to change up the setting back here, and we're going to start engaging with New York's. Let me tell you, sorry. I just had a 23-year-old college kid from NYU. Don't cut me off, excuse me. This is not the Oscars. You don't get to interrupt me with your music. Kick me off stage. Damn you. No, I just had a 23-year-old kid. He was standing over here. He was just curious. He stopped what he was doing. He was listening. I said, hey, are you a New Yorker? And he was like, well, I am now. I'm going to college here. I said, are you registered to vote? And he was like, well, I am, but not in New York. And I said, well, would you get registered to vote in New York? And will you come out and vote against Mamdani? He goes, yeah, absolutely. He said, if I come out and vote, it's going to be against Mamdani. So we're getting this young man registered to vote. +1 and +1 minute. So these conversations do matter. We are making a difference, so let's keep it up. Stick around, we're gonna change over, we're gonna start the open mic debate, listen to some music, have a good time, and stick around for the debate. Here we go.
It's been used as a store of value for thousands of years. It's known as a safe haven asset in times of uncertainty. It's breaking record after record this year, and many experts are predicting it could skyrocket even further. Of course, I'm talking about the precious metal, gold. Right now, thousands and thousands of people are looking to precious metals like gold and silver to protect and diversify their money. Even central banks around the world are stocking up on gold. It's time that you learn what precious metals can do for you. Visit Goldco at the link in this banner and in the description below.